This is how it starts.
There it
man.
is. There
You,
we're
you
back. We're
you
back.
start to, but this is how it starts, man. You start to eliminate partners, man. You know, as
Yeah.
things get deeper, man, shady stuff happens.
Shade.
So this is let this be a lesson to all of you future creators.
Yeah.
Get those contracts signed, man, because next thing you know, you don't have an agreement in place. The guy could cut your audio off on a podcast, and dude,
Your audio
you
is
know,
shit.
dude, you're at board game and Comic Con conventions talking about like, yeah, dude, I was a co-creator, and they're like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I know that Jason is like at 3 p.m. on the main stage, fucking signing autographs.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're working in this one again. I'm gonna have to adjust your audio, so let me switch back to the main chat. For those of you that didn't hear, because obviously the audio wasn't working, thank you, Eden, for pointing that shit out. This is Chris. Chris is involved. Chris is a big part of Unicorns and Zombies now, and we are developing, as he said, this board game from ground up. And yeah, so we're not gonna repeat all that shit. We will continue on. I'm gonna switch back to our web talk and adjust your audio. Give me 1 second. Okay, you should be good. All right.
I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
excited to my voice is being heard finally.
Yeah, I just feel like it's been so long since your voice has been heard that I want you to feel heard. Okay,
The cool thing is that when I was muted this entire time, I shared valuable information about how to make millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And I will not repeat that.
No, never. I mean, that is like, we hold that dear to our hearts. Okay, so attack cards, they remove a dragon card from the stack. It's pretty self-explanatory. I think that as we go through, these cards can have a range from anything, right?
Yeah, I think, and maybe for this episode, perhaps we focus really on the attack cards and define the actions associated with each card. We have some of them listed out, but maybe we knock that out.
Okay. So here.
And the attack card again is that is a playable card within a player's hand, and an attack or a defense card can only be you can only play one of those types in addition to one dragon type per turn.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, cool. All right. So we'll let's just put a side note here. Okay, so Dragon Fireball, we decided that one's removing a castle card, right? So yeah. I think we're gonna try to build this deck with 54 cards or 56 cards. I think our number to aim for a simple deck is 56 cards, probably, right? Okay. Somewhere around there. Let's put that up here. So we'll do 56. Okay, and then so in Dragon Fireball, since these are the main ones to remove castles, what do we feel and would be a prime example or a prime number for that?
8 different types, or should we do 6?
What would the types be, or do we? Because I'm thinking that the card is just one card, but how many of those would be in the deck, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like each fireball does something different. They just remove a castle.
Yeah. Okay. So again, it's like getting into like how many of them you would need to make it challenging, but also
I think for the game, for being if we just sell it as a 2-player pack, right? I think for the game you would do 20 dragons, and then the rest is everything else.
Okay.
Right. So We'll just put here like 20 cards.
But are you saying 20 dragons in total?
Yeah. Because because you have to think about perspective, right? Like if you're playing a dragon and you're cycling it, and you only need to get to 10, the whole point of the game would be like the fun of it would be the removal. But once you remove the dragon, you can then shuffle it back in. So you would still have that cycle process for the dragon.
So, but you have to shuffle it back in.
Yeah, I mean, unless we could figure out a way. But if it's everyone drawing from the same pile, right? And then you deal everybody. Like let's say we deal everybody 3 cards, right? Your max hand is 7. You don't need any more than 10 dragons, and if it's 2 players, you only need 20 dragons, right?
I'm just thinking about like after each round, the having to shuffle the deck is a pain in the ass.
No, I think you shuffle the deck when the deck is empty though. That's the thing. So you just keep playing. You just keep playing, and then when the main draw deck is done, you then shuffle it again and continue to play.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because then you only need 20 dragons. That gives each other the ability to get 10. You could even do 15, which would make the odds even better. You know?
Yeah. Okay, I agree with that.
So do you want to do 20 or 15 dragons?
Let's do 20, and then we can, as we play it out eventually, we can decide.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down with that. All right, and then so if you, let's see what else. Okay, so we got 56 cards, so we got 20. 20 of those will be dragons. All right, back to attack cards. Dragon Ball, Dragon Fireball is good. Dragon Tail Whip, remove top dragon from opponent's stack, right?
Yep.
We decided that was good. Dragon Punch, remove top dragon from opponent's stack. So these are all going to be kind of just the same thing, or does Dragon Punch do? Are we just doing it just as funny different cards?
Yeah, I think that the action should be the same, but I think it'd be cool to on each card have some type of different drawing.
Okay.
To spruce the game up a little bit.
So it's Tail Whip and Dragon Punch do the same thing.
Do the same thing, yeah.
Okay, and then we got into Dragon Flames, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And that removes 2 dragons. So that would be like a limited card, right? Like that's, I mean, because you're theoretically you're attacking 2 dragons of an opponent's hand.
Yeah. That's true. Let's see. Okay, so where's that at again? I lost it. Dragon Flames.
Right there.
Okay, so you want this one limited, right?
Yeah, it should literally be like maybe 2.
We could do 2 or 3. We could do 3 maybe.
Yeah.
Just so we have it. Okay. Dragon Magic. Select any dragon from an opponent's stack. Add it to yours. Oh no, I think that's kind of a cool card. I think we can keep that at a relatively free number.
Yeah.
So we don't need to do limits on that. Dragon Fury removes any defense card, can be played at any time.
So do you think we should add instant? Or just by your turn you play? Because I think we thought of Dragon Fury as an instant card, but
yeah,
since we've developed that card, we've changed the mechanics a bit.
Yeah, I don't think it should be played at any time. I think it's just played on your turn. I think the only one, like the ones that should be played, and I don't know if you want like because there's a lot of games that have like when you play this card, it's like you can play it when someone else plays something, but I think it's better to just not allow instants in games and then have them play the card, and then on your turn you're like, oh, okay, I removed your castle, and then now I'm playing a dragon, and you're like, fuck, if I would have known he's gonna do that, I would have played that card now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so let's just remove this. So Dragon Fury removes any defense card, which is good. And if we go back to that picture, that was one of the top 3 spots on the mat. Spell of a Dragon. What's that one?
That was block an opponent from placing a dragon on their stack. Can be played at any time.
I think that's almost replaced with castle cards.
Yeah.
So we don't need that.
We should remove that. Yeah.
All right, and Dragon's Breath?
This is block any action from a hidden defense card.
I think that's still good because we still have defense cards. And the defense card, the hidden's where the hidden aspect of the game is that you play it face down.
Right.
Can't be played at any time, though. It has to be played on turn. Okay, I mean, I'm good with that. I think we can do a lot with that. Do you think we need
any other, or that's suffice? We think.
I think it's good for now. Let's read through defense cards, and let's see on the defense cards. Let's see how we feel with how many we have, because I really feel like a lot of it is going to be because we could double these cards up, right? Like, we don't really need to make a lot of them. We could just, if this is the basic mechanics of like how to remove cards and get dragons away from things, I think that's good, because we can also have, remember, we also have castle defense, which is the game playing against you. Right? So in defense cards, so you wanna do that, or you wanna keep talking on the action cards?
No, we can do that.
Okay. All right, so let's go to defense cards. Defense cards, we have Shield of Orion. Place this card on top of the stack. Opponent cannot attack dragon stack for 1 turn. Card is removed after round. I think that's a great card.
Yep.
Is it limited?
I don't think so. I don't think it's too powerful of a card.
Okay.
Right?
No, it just blocks a turn, which sucks. Does not power. It's not like it blocks a turn and something else. I think when the card is played and does 2 things when it enters the battlefield, I think that's or enters the castle, I should say. I think that's where it's limited. Cool. Let's go on to the next one.
Flame block, but now the fireball defeats castle.
All right, so let's get rid of flame block.
Yeah, I don't think we need it.
Yeah, because we wrote this before we decided the castles were going to build. Yeah. Okay. Wind of Ice. Block any opponent's fire attack. Can be played at any time. Yeah, I think that's good, because remember, we have our upkeep step is when you remove things.
I mean, what you could do says Wind of Ice, block any fire attack. There isn't a fire attack, right? Like, the fire attack is
it would be
fireball that only applies to castles. So maybe Wind of Ice is you can block any opponent from placing a castle on your stack.
Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm good with that.
And maybe we change it from Wind of Ice to something else.
What is it called? A moat? The giant wooden horse from Monty Python.
How about catapult? Those big ass catapults with the rock that just destroys castles. Thinking something along those lines. Maybe we just keep it as wind of ice with a question mark. We can get back to like the naming.
Yeah, I'm good with that. We might actually just like it. Winter's coming, you know. From the shadows. This is one of the hidden cards. So you place this card face down on your stack. If opponent attacks this turn, reveal the card. If opponent removed a dragon from your stack, remove one dragon from their stack. Card is removed after round. I like that card. Right, because I think too, as we go back into this, I think you could we'll even make certain dragons have hidden abilities, so you can play a dragon as a hidden card face down, and if they don't attack, you just turn it over, and you get 2 dragons the next turn, right? Because you have to turn the hidden cards over next turn.
Yeah, I think we keep it.
Okay.
Should that be limited?
Yeah. I don't know how many cards, but we'll just put a note here for limit.
Limit.
Next one.
From the air above, hidden. Place this card face down on your stack. If opponent attacks on this turn, reveal the card. If opponent removed a dragon from your stack, you gain 2 cards from your opponent's hand. If opponent did not remove a dragon from your stack, lose your next turn. So that's a very risky card. I like that. Like you're taking a chance that you're thinking the opponent is going to attack and remove a dragon.
Yeah.
If they don't, you lose your next turn. It's kind of a cool card. Because if you win, that's 2 additional cards. You from your opponent's hand, you basically cripple them.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think it should be limited.
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I think so too. I want to do this math real quick. What should it be limited to? We should just put limit on it and figure it out later, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think most of these hidden cards we do limits.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because there'll only be 2 dragons that have hidden on them, right? Dragon Sneak. Place this card face down on your stack. If opponent does not attack this turn, reveal the card. Draw 2 additional cards from the draw pile. If opponent does attack, lose a card from your hand. Card is removed. Yeah, it's good.
Same thing. Risk, reward.
Yeah. I like it. Next one. Let's see what it is.
Secret Tail. Place this card face down on your stack. If opponent plays a defense card, reveal card. Take the defense card from your opponent into your hand. You may play that card instantly or choose to return to your hand. Card is removed after a round.
That's a great card. Cool. We'll limit that. We'll limit that one.
This was my late night sessions, man.
Yeah, that's when all the creativity happens.
When you get a little whiskey in you and you start going, your mind starts taking you back to like those days of castles and dragons.
Yeah, you're just like, man, I remember when I was in those castles and dragons. It was so crazy. Dragon's Bluff. This is also hidden. Place this card face down on your stack. The card does nothing, but is intended to fool your opponent. Card is removed. I think that's a fucking great card.
Yeah, because as you progressively play this game, you understand the dynamics of hidden cards, and that if you have this card as an opponent, you're like, well, if I attack, I could lose cards out of my hand, or if I don't attack, then my opponent may win something. But if it's a bluff, it like totally fucks me.
Yeah, because then it's like You technically have like an upper hand because they didn't attack anything. Okay, and then I have sorcery hidden as well. Place this card face down on your stack. If opponent adds a dragon to their stack, reveal the card. You may add a dragon to your stack instantly or block opponent's dragon from stacking. That's fucking fantastic. That's so good.
That's
okay.
so messed up.
I think that's a limit as well. That might be a restricted card almost.
Yeah.
Like there might only be 2 of those bad boys in this game because that's fucking ridiculous. Cool. And now let's go into castle defense. These must be played instantly, right? So
Yep.
if you get them in your, so these cards are, if you get them in your draw, you have to actually put them out on the table.
Yep.
And then draw another card to make up for it.
Yep.
So arrows of might reduce all players stacked by 1 dragon. That's great. Would that also, if there are no dragons stacked yet, so let's say we get it on turn 1, what would that do to the game?
I would just say if no dragons are on board, like, just say it does not apply.
Or do we allow it to go into negative?
No, I think just make it simple. Like, it'd probably be pretty unusual that card would be drawn with no dragons on the board. I mean, there's definitely a chance, but it's probably not going to be very frequent. Yeah.
Worst case scenario, turn 1, if you got that, you would just play it and then discard it and draw another card.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rocks and boulders, remove all defense cards from all player stacks. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Flaming spear, remove 1 dragon from the stack of the player with the most amount of stacked dragons. If players are tied, players remove 1 each. That's good. That's a fucking good card.
Yeah.
Catapult attack.
You want to scroll up? Up.
Oh yeah, sorry. My bad. We have catapult attack. All players except the player with the least amount of stacked dragons lose turn on this round. What does that mean?
I think it should just be lose next turn. I think that card is to allow the weakest player to catch up, or the one that's.
So then it'd be skip a turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All players except the player with the least amount of dragons. Skip turn this round.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Flaming arrows. Didn't we already
go up?
Oh, we have arrows of might.
Yeah.
Flaming arrows. Players cannot play any dragon cards this round. I like that one. Okay.
Do we need any other action? I think we're good, right? Those are, I mean, if we do doubles of those.
All right, let's do some math on these cards, because I think we're pretty close to being able to. I think we're pretty close to being able to like produce some version of a playable, like just face value cards.
Yep.
All right, so do you want to? Let's just go through and number them, and then you want to. I'll keep track of the numbers.
Okay.
So
we got 20 dragon cards
on my phone. Yeah. Okay. How many attack cards?
And what's the number again we're going after?
We were going to try to do 56 cards.
56. Okay. 20 dragons. Then we'll need